Thank you for reading that scripture, Sam. Question 1 asks, what was Jesus' main work?
So Luke 4:43 tells us his work was to declare the good news in other cities. That's why he was sent.
Exactly. And what was the good news that he was preaching?
It was about God's kingdom that will solve all of our problems. But I thought the kingdom was something in our hearts.
That's a very common belief, and I'm glad you shared that with me. Let me ask you first, what is a kingdom?
Well, the paragraph describes it as a government.
That's right. It's a government. A kingdom is a government, and a government always has more than one person involved, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of people involved with government. Some are high officials like our president, and then he has a cabinet, people who make or enforce laws or vote for ways to change things in Congress.
Exactly. And it's the same with the government that Jehovah is establishing. There's a main ruler, Jesus, he's our king, and then he'll have a cabinet to help him govern God's people.
So that's definitely more than what one person can do in their heart. But I'm still not sure that I understand that kingdom completely.
That's all right, Sam, because new understandings can take time to grasp. And our footnote points out that in lessons 31 through 33, it's going to go more into details about that kingdom. But just remember, the way these lessons are set up builds on the Bible's teachings in a way that will open up understanding for you a little bit at a time. So a good goal might be to compile a list of what God's kingdom will do, not only for mankind in general, but for you personally. And as we continue in our study and get to those lessons, you'll have a list of some of the good things that Jehovah's kingdom will do.
I think that's a great idea. I could probably start that today.
Excellent. Now, would you read point 2 for us?
Yes.
Okay, so the question says, what was the purpose of Jesus' miracles?
They were to prove that Jehovah had sent Jesus to earth and that he has been given the power to solve all of our problems, especially the resurrection of the dead, because no human can do that.
That's right. No one can accomplish the miracles that Jehovah and his Son are capable of. That's really good. Let's read number 3. I'll do that. Okay, now the question says, what can we learn from the way Jesus lived?
There's no way that I can do this. I do something wrong every day. Sometimes I'm not even aware that I do it. So how can I follow Jesus in every situation?
I felt the very same way, Sam. I thought, how can I, as an imperfect person, be like Jesus, who was a perfect man and the Son of God? It seems impossible, right?
Yeah, definitely.
But notice the last part of 1 Peter 2:21 in that last paragraph we reread. It says, leaving a model for you to follow his steps closely. And the definition of closely is in a way that involves a strong resemblance. So a strong resemblance, does that mean there will be some variations?
Yeah.
So that's not perfection. And notice Jehovah didn't say leaving a model for you to follow his steps perfectly. That's impossible. But do you think Jehovah is happy about our best efforts to follow as closely as we can as imperfect people?
Yeah, I think he does.
I do too. And it took me a long time to really believe that he wants our best, not perfection.
That's a real relief. I'm glad that you felt the same way, because that makes me feel a little bit better.
It is a relief. So we can't expect perfection from ourselves now, but we can just do our best. And now we can look on into the dig deeper section, okay?
Okay.